Hello, Miss Marion. How you doing? Hello, Miss Orr. How you doing? I'm all right today. Hello, Miss Paula. How you doing? Hello, all you beautiful. Yes, I'm glad you're here. Glad everything's good. I'm I'm better. I'm better. Hello, Mammy Jean. Hey there, Tanya. Yeah, you made it. Hello, Mammy. Hello to Mama and that one. Yes, all the time they're in there fooling around in Mother's room with her quilts and things. Hey, Tanya. Hey, JD and family. Hey, Sabina. How you doing? Hello, Miss Linda. How you doing? Nah. Yes, it's amazing. Um, I think I took 8.5 shots, maybe nine. He was just like a half a shot behind me, but um, it didn't get me drunk or anything. It just relaxed me, really. Um, I wasn't, nausea or anything afterwards. Uh, uh, I mean, it just might have been what I've been needing. Just relax out. Oh, it's been, can I tell you, that daggone taste on that stuff was good, but had a little burn to it. Didn't leave it in the freezer long enough. Need 6, 7 hours in there. We only had it in it for a couple of hours. It was cool, but I like it cold. Phyllis, you good? Yeah, how you feeling? Hey, Miss Lynn G, how you doing? I feel as long as you don't do it too often. No, I won't. Trust me, that was the first time in about 15 and a half years. Well, it was just a relax that I've been needing, I'm sure. Um, I know I was up at the store a while ago, and that guy that owns the store, man, him was talking about 20 years. Awesome. Was talking about the weather. He's the one telling me about next week's weather. Um, Said that he showed me on his phone. Uh, Thursday, I think the high was like 30, and the low was like 18, and then it's going down from there for a few days. I think the high on Saturday, Friday or Saturday, the high is 20. So be very cold around here for a few days. Yes, starting starting Wednesday. or Wednesday night, one or the other. Runs plumb through the weekend. So yes, uh, and then something about some rain. I said no. I said 20 something degrees. I said it ain't gonna be no rain. It'll be ice. It's not been too cold here really. Uh, no, St. Tony's a little bit more down south right now than I am, but um, up here, well, and two, I'm on a mountain, so it makes it a little cooler. Ice and rain, yeah, that's terrible. Around here, we get ice or wrecks like crazy. Are we supposed to have light snow Sunday? My stepdad did say something about snow. I'm not sure exactly what day. Hi, Katie. Yes, hello, Katie. How you doing? You want to go further south? Yeah, it'd be all right, but I just don't like hurricane season. Too many people's lost their lives that way. I think Joseph is a little bit nervous about the um, what is it? The sour challenges. Yeah, me too, Ma'am Jean. Hey, Katie. Um, the snow's fine, but the trouble of it is around here, people get out and run around in it, and it packs it down, and then it warm up a little bit during the day, and then at night it freezes back in. It's nothing but just ice, wrecks on top of wrecks around here. Tequila, yes. The next one will be tequila. I told Joseph, I said, as long as it's something dark, uh, nothing clear. Just don't turn out good for me if it's clear. I mean, yeah. So I hope everybody doing all right. Yep. Um, I think the camping videos will be good as well. Uh, you know, kind of swap it up just a little bit. And I can run a spirit box while we're out camping. So that won't be a bad deal there. Hawkins County didn't even do a update on summer 18 months. So sad. Yeah. Well, they're just a bunch of nuts up there. That's the only thing I can say about it. She's all right. Uh, Getting around, very good. That daggum tour tendon, stayed with her for mm, good 2 weeks. I did. I got a video of it up, but trouble is now they won't let you in it. You can only go so far on their deck. But I've got a video of that, and I got a video of Cathedral Caverns. I went in it. Uh, I used to play in it when I was a kid, um, but that thing, further you go back, the more beautiful it gets. Y'all ain't seen that video? Look it up. Cathedral Caverns under Teddy's Paranormal. It takes a while to heal. Yes, it does. I like camping videos. I do too. Um, I enjoy camping and everything, and it'd just be nice to have a little something, you know, extra on here. Oh, well, used to, you could go all the way in. They won't let you now. There's some kind of water outlet somewhere that a certain time of the day it floods through, and apparently somebody's got hurt or worse there. So they won't let you go inside of it no more. It only takes you to like the opening. Um, I remember when I was just a younger in school, we had a field trip there, um, and we went inside probably 70, 80 feet, and then that's about it. Um, there's a lot of history on that place, but the woman that was in there running it when I was there, she don't know what she's talking about. Um, as far as Native Americans go, she ain't got the first clue. I had to turn the camera away and school her a little bit. Yes, it did us too when we was kids. Um, and I love history. That's the only thing in school I ever cared anything about. But I found out history lies, history books. Put it that way, history books. Um, I've I've done that ancestry tree and things like that, and been out on the Cherokee Nation uh, up in South Carolina, and we followed some of our roots back, and a lot of our ancestors uh, were from Oklahoma and went out to South Carolina, and then after their land was taken from them, they were escorted down to Mobile, and a lot of them didn't make it, froze to death, starved to death, whatnot, and that's why it's called now the Trail of Tears. Um, and the lady there at Russell Cave don't know her head from hole in the ground. Uh, she tried to tell me that the Trail of Tears and everything, uh, and them caves down there didn't have nothing to do uh, with Cherokee Indian. Um, so I had to school her real quick, fast, in a hurry. And she said there were no Indians brought from Oklahoma to North Carolina, and they did not get sent down south. Um, so that ticked me off right off the top. So I had to pull it up for her and show her. I'm related to Calvin. You look him up. Hmm. Um, as far as I could trace back on our end, um, they were two tribes that we were kin to, and they both uh, got brought down from South Carolina, all the way to Mobile. The ones that made it. Uh, my mama Betty McGee and my uncle are Indian, awesome. Um, my great grandfather was full-blooded Cherokee, um, and my grandmother was married to a full-blooded Cherokee Indian. My mother is half Indian. Um, they he was a chief of the Creek natives, and he got millions of dollars back from the government for Native American reservations. Well, so ours got the bad end of the shaft here. Because see, they put our people up there in South Carolina on a reservation. Um, but at one point in time, um, I think 1886, they made them leave and brought them down to Mobile. During that time, they fixed a new place. Uh, hey, love. Um, they fixed a new place out there at South Carolina and made it a reservation, Cherokee reservation. Um, but my grandmother's old man, they gave him an American name, which his last name was Coxwell, and that once he did that and got married to Mama, um, he didn't have to go back to the reservation. Um, but his brothers and everybody that was still living did. Uh, so it's awesome. My mom went to college on an Indian grant. She didn't have to pay it back or nothing. My grandparents are blooded. Okay, Miss Carla. Miss Carla. Yeah, they. So when somebody tries to tell you that that's why or that's not the reason for the Trail of Tears, they don't know their head in the holy ground. Because if it hadn't been for the Indians, there wouldn't be no such thing. Um, yeah, that woman just ticked me off. Daggone it. How you doing today, Carla? Good. That's right. Written by the winners. Um, so much in them history books I found out to be a lie. Um, but it's because I went to places and searched it myself. Mm, no juice, I'm gonna lose it. Yeah, we'll figure something out. uh, me and me and my brother, we went to the beer store one day, um, and it we didn't have much money at the time, and we took and bought some yellow ribbon beer, and we went down to the river, and hey, DJs, how you doing? Um, and we were doing some fishing, and we thought, well, we'll just make a bet here. If whoever gets the most, win, kind of thing. But the one, if you don't catch within a minute of the other, you have to drink one can. Well, Reading Legends, how are you doing? Yes, how are you? Um, so it was about tie there for a while, and next thing you know, we're out of a case of beer. So we make it back to the beer store, and we got another one, and we went back and did the same thing. Got the flu shot today. Already have headache and body aches. I understand. Okay, thanks. All right. And anyway, we got through the game, and we killed off two cases. Um, And yes, prayers. Um, we got home, and I mean, we started feeling bad, like really, really bad. And I went straight on the bed, and I didn't even know Billy had stayed that night. And anyway, I got up next morning, went to the bathroom and everything, stopped in front of the mirror. Uh, Two cases now. Um, I looked, and it looked like I had chicken pox. I was like, no way. So, yes. Um, so I went in there in the living room. There's Billy laying on the couch. We had to go to work. My daddy and my grandpa owned a roofing company. And I punched him a little bit and said, hey, get up. We got to go to work. He said, no, I ain't going. I said, get up. We got to go to work. He said, I ain't going. And he turned over. And when he turned over, he looked like he had double the chicken pox. And Daddy, for some reason, was sitting there just laughing like something crazy. And yeah, yeah. And I said, what gum you laughing about? You know, kind of like. He said, y'all two nuts. Y'all done messed around and got gum alcohol poisoning. I said, see there, Billy? That's what you get. I'm tired of running around with gum poor people. He got tickled. Jimmy got tickled. My Uncle Jimmy. Daddy got tickled. I said, I better no more gum yellow ribbon. And we didn't go to work that day. So, about Daddy got, hey Edith, how you doing? You should be getting your things already. Did you receive them today? Um, it should be there by now. Um, my dad had fell ill. This is right at the top when he first got ill, and he was in the hospital over at Huntsville, and me and Billy, we went to the Coke machine. You know, we was thirsty and everything because we was gonna stay a couple nights with Daddy, you know, while he's in there, and we got lost, turned around somehow or another, and Billy, they gun it. He'd touch, you know, he loved buttons. He'd touch buttons all over that daggum elevator. Next thing we know, we're somewhere when the daggum door opens, there's no lights. And then we couldn't get the daggum thing to go back down. I said, Billy, you better figure something out here, buddy. And I started to freak out a little bit and I know what he was, because he couldn't see 5 feet in front of you. It was that dark. And yeah, and got me lost in it. And they got me, we felt around and carried on. And I said, Billy, he said, what? I said, there's eyes on us. He said, don't say that. I said, Billy, I'm telling you, there's several people here watching us. And he's like, don't say that. And the only thing we had was our lighters. And they were getting so hot we couldn't keep a hold to them. Yeah. And anyway, what had happened was him fooling around with them stupid buttons got us up on the 5th floor. Uh, and we come into this room that was not complete yet. Hey, Chris Chilson, uh, how you doing? And we made our way through that part of the building, and we came to this door. We shimmied open because it was locked, and Billy was really panicking because we couldn't get out that daggone door. And when we finally did get out that door, there was a tram, above ground tram that you ride on. We got in the thing. Awesome. Electric blanket. And it took us to a part in the women's and children's clinic that's across the street that was down for being remodeled. Um, and we found a flashlight when we was going through the hall, uh, coming out the tail end of that hospital main. And as we was going through that women's children's clinic, we passed by the surgery room and everything. And Billy said, "They still eyes on us." I said, "More than ever." And cheap, no count, that gum flashlight went out, quit. I banged it, I shook it, everything I could do. It wouldn't work. There it was again. And I stood there. Well, we was trying to talk, and I told Bill, I said, "Be quiet a minute, I'm hearing something." And it was like water dripping and hitting like in a bowl. And about that time, Billy squealed out, and his squealing worried me more than anything. And he bumped into me, knocked me down. He fell down on top of me. Uh, and then come find out, he said, "I believe you grabbed my shoulders." And I was just fixing to tell him that someone grabbed my daggone shoulders, uh, one hand on both. And that kind of freaked us out a little bit. And I said, "Billy," I said, "listen," I said, "I ain't had time to, gather nobody's energy here." I said, "I just sense it." And he says, "Is it good or bad?" I said, "A little of both." That boy, now Billy was white, just as white as a ghost in normal. And the time we got out of that daggum building, Billy was white as cotton, throwing up, carrying on, and we was all the way across the daggum street at the tail end of another building when we got out. And we started walking back, and Billy said, "Now don't tell Daddy about this." I said, "I ain't gonna tell him nothing that you got us lost." He said, "Hey, I didn't twist your arm." And I said, "Who was in there playing with daggum buttons in the elevator?" He said, "Well, don't tell him that part neither." So Billy and his buttons. And then one day, my Uncle Coy, I spoke about him before on here. My Uncle Coy was one of the coolest people you ever meet. Now he was a drunk, but he was a kind drunk. Um, he he was one of them that you could poke in the ribs and he'd say anything to come to mind. Well, one day, Grandma was having service in the house. Had the preacher over and everybody and a bunch of people. We was all gathered around there. And Coy sat down between me and Billy. And I just leaned back a little bit, put my arm back there, and I tapped on Billy, done like that. And, preacher was going pretty hard there and everything. And apparently, He got him about the same time I did because I just rammed his side. And he said, F you. uh, everybody, everybody went crazy in there. Uh, there you go. And then, yeah. And one day we was on the roof, and Coy at the time was helping us lay shingle. And Grandpa had already told me what we need to do to Coy. And I told Billy, I said, watch this. So when he wasn't paying no attention, I put one of them tacks in his sleep cup and nailed him to the roof. And, he wasn't paying a bit of attention. So when he jerked back, he ripped his whole sleeve and the whole side of his shirt out. And he said, who put you up that? And I said, well, Grandpa told me that they've done it to you before, but Billy told me to do it. So him and Billy, argued a little bit. And the tail end, back end of a piece of shingle is sticky, like a rat trap nearly. And was on the ground, and Coy picked up a little piece about like that, that we had ripped off. And when he picked it up, he shoved it in Billy's face and caught a little bit of his mustache. And about the time Billy was going to raise up and grab it, Coy grabbed it and just ripped it off. Some of his mustache come off. He squealed out like a pig. Daddy just shaking his head. Grandpa got carried away so much he fell off the roof into a air unit. The fall itself didn't hurt him, but he pinched the metal and it pinched his bottom. And he said he was sore for about 6 months. So, there's a lot of crazy memories with Billy. That boy is something else. And so I didn't know Billy. I didn't know my daddy till I turned 16-year-old. And it was just it was a whole new world for me. I was raised by my grandmother and mother and Wanda, and everybody like that. And then going out there, it was just basically all men, except for Grandma and my Aunt Connie and some of them. So that's how it went for me. Went from good to crazy to worse till it got him. Good coat under oh no, no spell. I would have gone spell her girl. Thumbs up everyone. He was easy to scare, yes. He took our house stereo apart too, just see how it worked. He was just, that's what he was. You couldn't keep nothing. Oh well. Oh, gee, Tony. Hello, Marianne. I came home one time to a dirt bike in my kitchen. Yes, I know. Dadgummit. I don't know. Billy, he enjoyed, I believe, the expression on people. If he could get a crack out of you, he would do it. He was an instigator. But come to find out, I learned where he got it from. and that was my Uncle Jimmy. So he got it honest. Um, we've had some rough ends, um, but we've had more fun than we had anything. That's the memories that I hold on to. I couldn't kill him when I could kill him when he traded my dirt bike for a piano. Mm. Yeah, he took a lot after Jimmy, and I told Jimmy about it too, and I told Billy about it. But Tanya was married to my brother, and then they got a divorce, and then uh, she moved down, Birmingham, and then he got with somebody else, and then you know, but Tanya's, to me is just she's been family, all along. No, I hadn't thought about it. Um, I was gonna do one one day where I got Tanya on video call. That way she could, it'd just be a one-on-one kind of thing. Um, yes, he did. Um, he comes around a lot now, and sometimes he'll stay 2 or 3 hours at a time. Um, it's a good thing, um, but I can tell he's sad about a lot of things. And you know, one thing the deceased don't understand: people can't help you when it comes to forgiveness. You have to wait till Judgment Day. But they want everybody that they've ever hurt or something that's crossed their mind, they want forgiveness for it. And the only thing we can do is say, we forgive you. But it boils all down to the Lord, what He decides. Yes. I figure since you are telling us the story, yeah, I mean, now, they are times that He has come through. Um, yes. Um, when I first started doing on these lives this much, He'd come through several times. Um, one night there for a good while. Uh, yes. So, I mean, if He comes through, you'll know it because I'll know that voice. Um, but when I do these open sessions like this, there's just no telling who's going to come through, what's going to be said. Sometimes they don't listen to me. Sometimes they just argue back and forth to one another. I enjoy just sitting and listening to them because you never know what's going to be said or whose name's going to be mentioned. And y'all know that all as well as I do. That's what makes it interesting. Yes. Um, so we'll turn this thing on and just see what's going on. Did you hear that? What do you think that was the sound of? Who's here? Who's here? Who's me? Shot something. Who's here? Give me a name. Heard a female say me. Rachel. Some junior. Thank you. Hello. Summer, where are you? Summer. Where are you? Yes, Junior. Somebody just said Christy's here. Go around. Hey, Christy. There's a female here. I've only heard about your brothers. We don't have connections on them, but so you got somebody here calling out to you. My brothers have a brother that's named Junior. Oh. Yep. So yeah. Summer just said the name of the person that found a lot of them children and teens that were missing out there in Tennessee. Yes, they can hear every thought you think. Yes. I love you, Bush. How's your sugar there, Miss Summer? Somebody just said sugar's up. Summer. Well, somebody just said the sugar's up, and I know they're talking about you. Yes. Someone said just hot. Some female said that. Now, wouldn't the rasp in this voice? Like Nana had, but. Hey, Carol. Who was the child? I just heard a child giggle and it wouldn't. Summer. Summer. Who was the child? I think I heard something. Video again. Summer said angel. Summer, are you talking about a singer? Summer, are you talking about Athena? Poor girl. Summer. Who's that? Athena? Something that it hurt. Summer. Back up. Summer. She used to come after I'd go down there. Athena. Well, I heard the name Athena right there. Summer. Malachi. Grandma or something. Hey, Miss Barbara Ward, how you doing? Have you heard my sister Kathy Cat lately? Yes, I heard her the other day. Reverend what? Yes, Malachi. That's the second time that's ever come from her. Well, the other day when I was talking to Leanne, I noticed the other day that there were 3 spirits in Carla's living room. I seen her mama, Leanne, and a guy. And they said his name was Malachi. Some guy just said nice pictures, and another guy said, I don't know. I'm dead. I don't know, Carla. I don't know. Yeah, me and Carla was on the phone. And I could see them there in front of the case in front of the TV. 3 of them. Her mama, Leanne, Summer. She not come through? I just heard a guy's hand. There she was. Some guy said, nice her. Somebody said Tina. After what? I hear a child in there. Someone said my child. Mimi Jean. That was clear. Who said Mimi Jean? Who said Mimi Jean? I heard her name. I couldn't make it out. Rose. Who said Mimi Jean? Who's me? I wish I could do the lives. I think I heard of Linda. Rose. Rose, can you hear me? Rose. Summer said Rose. Rose. I heard you there. Rose, why ain't you been around in It wasn't good. What wasn't good? Rose. What? Rose. What did you not know? Idaho. Please. Who's Idaho? Candace, some woman said Candace, and a man said Ann Dunn. That should have been about 1 hour, maybe 57 seconds. Man, they've done everything. Both of them. Four. What do you mean Idaho 4, please? Come through. What is 4? Rose, what was you saying was not good? I forgot. He wrote all the sessions. I've done that. I can't keep up all of them. I have to be reminded sometimes. Yes. Yes. Hey. Hello. Yes. Was shot. Right there. So I didn't say that. I just mentioned it. And what I was talking about. Killed. Who said help me? Warren. I just heard Warren. I just heard the disembodied voice. It did not come through the speaker. I just heard it here in the I'm definitely 5 minutes still back. You can hear it though. Dead person what? Huh? What's that you say? Died work. Wait. The neck. I think I heard something about off campus. Road. Something about it was sus. Yeah. We can do a session on them and the last one I did, he said we miss her. Hey Tina, how you doing, love? Email me. Yes. Rose. Tina right there. They mentioned your name 2 or 3 times this evening. Was tired. Those yes. Those teenagers or whatnot, I think could probably be 20 or so. I did a session on them. Um, it said stabbed to death, uh, and then I can't remember what all else. Yeah, go back and listen to it. He says, "We miss her." Mm-hmm. I heard someone say, "Well, yeah." So being happy. Me to Murray. Noah. Mm. I was here in 4 senses. Linda Golf. Yes, I heard plain as day say Mammy Jean. You watch this thing back. Warwick. Something about Phyllis there. It's me, Mom. Got somebody helping. Some gentleman is helping. Carol. Um, Mammy Jean, I believe that your mama just answered you. You watch this thing back. Eat even lives. Use you some earbuds. Cannot get these things. Let me go ahead and cut it here, guys. That's been a lot. And something that I've not heard, which was when I've heard. Now this is just truth. Now my end of the deal. Now I don't know about any other sensitive or a medium or whatnot. I don't have no idea. Uh, they've been maybe a handful I've talked to. But yes, they said your name. They said Linda. They said Tina. They said Phyllis. Um, I don't even know who all daggone name was called tonight. I'm telling you. Yes, and daggum it, when I first turned it on, there was a sound of a machine gun going off. Now, if we would have turned that on 2 or 3 minutes prior, don't tell what we would have caught. Yes. Now, see, I've heard a lot of names called, but tonight was the first night I've heard Mimi Jean, especially put together like that. Your full name being brought out across the spirit box, there's a reason for it. And then you asked the question, "Hello, Miss Priscilla. Uh, how you doing?" You said, "Mama, I love you." And I heard plain as day a Mrs. helping her speak. And she said, "Tell her I love her." You don't get no better than that. Yes. Um, the other night, Christy Chilson, they said her name plain as day. Christy Chilson. Like that. You just don't get no better than that. Um, Same, yes. And now the other night, if you watch that, I think it was the last video on your brother there, Christy, that he said, "We miss her." I just very tired, feeling sore and cold. It's like ice outside. Yes, it is, and gonna get worse. Hello. Oh no, Tina. Better wrap up. Yes. That Okay. Yes, I heard that. Yes. Um, I'm telling you, when they come through like that, they pick, they can kindly pick you off like an apple off a tree. When they come in, they can tell exactly who's focused and who's not. Um, and if you are, 9 times out of 10, you're going to hear your name. Um, very rarely um, that they don't call a name of somebody in the session. Um, Her name is Elizabeth, but a lot of people called her Libby. Hmm. And maybe starting of a new era here, I heard a female, a smaller female, and y'all said it could be Athena. Um, and very well could be. Um, and then when we was talking to somebody else, every time a female would speak, now was an adult lady, but after she would speak, Summer would start speaking. So I'm gonna have to find out who she's talking to, and that might be the key factor of getting her talking back up again. Uh, so every little bitty session like this can lead up to no telling what. Uh, or I think I need a very big teddy bear for Christmas to keep me warm. Hey, there you go. In Desert Storm, my brother had his hand damaged by a grenade. Hey, that'd be something good for me to bring up in the next session. You know, a lot of you guys on here, the sessions I have done for you have been amazing to do. Miss Priscilla, her old man John. It don't get no better than that. When your loved one passes and they call your name, they say I love you. They say I love my kids, and call each kid's name. And she let them children hear this. They'll have that with them to the day they pass, knowing my dad is on the other side waiting on me. It don't get no better. Um, hello, Danny Lee. Uh, his trigger finger was then damaged along with his thumb. Okay, okay. That'd give us something to go off of next go around. Well, you said you want to do your sister next time. Hey, that makes me think. There was a female said your name on here tonight, so you might want to watch this thing back. Because if I hear a name called, I say it out loud. That way, in case y'all don't catch it. That way, if you do watch it back, you'll know exactly where it's at. Um, Still blows me away about how my brother mentioned my dream because I never told him about it. No, she ain't tell me nothing about no damn dream. Um, so that's the thing. Um, Maybe Santa will bring you one, Tina. Uh, Hello. Hey, Santa, wink, wink. Yeah. You know, poor Santa. Yeah, I am so happy I was crying. Anytime that you hear your name or anything such, um, don't be surprised if you don't hear things, feel things, see things um, a couple of weeks after hearing your name. It can be normal. I did this session on uh, Benjamin for Tanya, uh, and I made that short clip yesterday for her to think of him and think of me. Everybody knows that. She texted me and said, "Hey," she said, "I heard some things in here right after I was talking to you about paying attention to you and paying attention to him at the same time." Uh, it just pushes energy, and they can let you know things as hey, I'm here for weeks on end after they do that. It was awesome. They enjoyed watching your channel. See, that's just what it's all about right there. Uh, you know, Miss Moss, Robert, come through. They found him in the daggum swimming pool. He had a heart attack. He, they had such a close attachment. It's so easy to get. Christy's brothers easy. A lot of time I have to work 2, 3 days to get somebody to come through. I mean, and when you don't, it's just it's a blessing. And a lot of time it's gruesome. You know, I can put words on screen what I hear, but what I see uh, is just terrible. And sometimes I have to put some of the words down. So when it's something like that, it's very, very good. Um, Maybe. Hello, Lee. Uh, Dear Tina, I could always really think that why I so stuck on summer. Yeah, well, a lot of people are. Um, Hello, everyone. We almost went into the ice cold river tonight, backing up. You better be careful, dadgummit. It's true. Ever since the session, we've been noticing little things. Yes, happening. My kids will say, "Daddy is here." You know, you'll see little things out the corner of your eye. When you turn your head, it's done gone. You know, hear things, carrying on. Dreams. Dreams is one way that a spirit can interact with you. That's the easiest for them. Uh, so it it's just mind blowing when they start feeding off names. I mean, just keeping them going. And you know, they got it's just awesome. Would be a lot better with the machine though. Yes. Uh, Hi, Miss Carla. Hey, Tina. Um, so there's a lot of good things caught tonight. You know, when this thing uploads, I'm going to watch it back. Um, and no dreams yet. Well, you know, it, a lot of time they do it in ways to where they don't think that it would scare you. Um, like it could be meant for a good dream or something, but you end up thinking, well, I had a nightmare kind of thing. They don't want that. Negative energy is what causes nightmares. Uh, but like I said, feeling like a spider web on you or a fly or something, you have to move away, you know, or that's just their way of touching. It's just like a little electricity shock. Um, Seeing things at the corner of your eye, hearing things, maybe a little whistle every once in a while. 9 times out of 10, there's a whistle before there's any type of paranormal activity going on. Uh, Ms. Carla, about how much away from the machine? About 1,700 now. Uh, Summer situation at home got to me because I knew a very similar situation. So it pulls at my heart, yes. Got it. I always dream I am falling and wake up. You better wake up and keep that in mind. Saying a lot. Oh, you know, talking about, I'll give you an example. Now, I've done it before. There's probably some on now that didn't hear it. Me and Carter was on the phone here a while back. And this is how I pick up energy. Uh, a sensitive, a lot of times, can see through a deceased person's eyes, kind of thing. And what Linda showed me was she nitpicks, okay? She tries to stir up a hornet's nest, but she's funny as heck about it. Anyway, Carla didn't put the broom back, and she had propped it up against the wall under her picture, and she didn't like it and didn't want it put there. So while me and Carla was on the phone talking, I said, Carla, I said, you need to move your broom. She said, why? And I said, because your mama don't want it there. And then we was talking a minute or two later. I said, she said something about picture. And she got to looking, and there laid the broom up against the wall under her mama's picture. Uh, so that's just the way it goes sometimes. for a sensitive. It's a good thing, and sometimes it can be terrible. Uh, you feel one cold leg, that can happen as well too. Hot spots, cold spots, burst of energy, lack of energy, headaches, pressure above the eye, all kind of ways energy can work with you. I feel a tickle in the orbs. Yeah, Leanne's sister. Um, she feels her hair being played with, her feet getting tickled, all sorts of things. It, I mean, there's just nothing better to know that your loved one's here, regardless, and will be till the end of time. The only thing that's under that daggum ground is their body or in a jar. Um, their spirit is not, it's here. Now they go back to the body to rest. That's the only thing, or ashes. Um, it, they're just not gone. They're still here. And like I said before, people have a burial and walk away and not come back for years, or sometimes not come back. And somebody get thinking, hey, I'm tired of being forgotten about. I'm here. And things will start moving around the house. Boxes get moved. Something get through off the kitchen counter. The TV turn off and on. Light bulb turn on and off. Pecking on the wall, scratching. Just anything they can do. Well, first thing people think, well, hey, I got a poltergeist in here. There's a demon running around. No. It can be just someone trying to say, hey, I'm here and I want you to acknowledge me. Yes. I feel, see, and hear things all the time. Yes. Things I'll be helping around the 28th. Bless you, love. Bless you, too. Tina, did you see the teddies Miss Carla sent you? Yes. And I am sensitive to things. Everybody can be if they just open themselves up and learn how to use it. Because either you're born with it, or and know how to eventually learn how to use it, or you don't. Well, that's so cool. Yes. Now don't be surprised. Like I said, Ma'am Jean. Now take this to heart. Don't think something bad just because you might hear something, feel something, or see something after your name's been called, because it can very well happen. But if you need somebody to talk to, just hit us up. You can come in on a video and we'll get it. Did you have no, I didn't have a hangover. I didn't get drunk. I just got relaxed. Probably just what I needed. Man, I went to sleep and I slept good. But not once did I get drunk. I was calm, collect. People don't believe me though. Christy, don't pay attention to what somebody don't believe. If you believe it, that's all that matters. Give them time. When something happens to them, good or bad, they'll start believing. It just takes time. But it's best to mention things. That way they have a heads up. That way if something happens, they can be like, okay, I better believe. Um, if people go back and watch your videos, or any video I got up as far as a session goes for somebody, there's no way they can deny that. Because people give me only so much detail. I've had people to try to trick me by saying, I want to know this, want to know that, or this happened, that happened. And then come find out, it's totally something different. And then they call back or text back and say, Miss Carla, I'm sorry, I didn't tell the whole truth. Okay. You can get caught up with lying on the dead is terrible, and I don't tolerate it. And if they have a session done, you know, it changes their life, just like Miss Perry here. Um, you know, it's just a sense of comfort, and you don't have to care what anybody else thinks or believes. You know what you know. You hear what you hear, and hey, let it go with that. Um, yes, I love teddy bears. They can't talk back. Laughing out loud, yeah. Uh, Scared me though, but he said put the broom back up with the red handle, and that on it, my broom has a red handle. Yeah, yeah, that's right. It had a red handle on it. Miss Linda don't play around. Uh, she grabs about, you know, Carla laying on one end of the couch and then flip over and lay on the other end of the couch. Back and forth, get up and do something, kind of thing. Her mama's a nitpicker, I'm telling you, agitator. I can feel people's feelings just by looking at them or sitting next to them. Yeah, well, you got a strong indication there of being a sensitive. Uh, I had TV changing channels and turning off two only happened after the session. Yes, and that's why I warn people now. Don't get upset or scared or frightened after something happens after you hear your name called, because 9 times out of 10 you're going to experience it. But it's a blessing, not something frightful. I try to push it away because sometimes it scares me. Well, if you're too sensitive, you can let something in that you don't want in. So it's best to push them back. Yes. If there's something around that you don't feel comfortable with, yeah, put them on the road. My sister didn't believe me till she found out what I told her was true. There you go. Love teddy bear. Yeah, people's tried me 1,000 times, but I catch them in the act. And I just don't like somebody to lie on the dead, tell them half truths. Yep, that's Linda. You know, dadgummit, she's just, Linda's just awesome. JD did 3 for me, Mom, my dad, and my grandma. And I was right, my grandma was murdered. She told JD it was just 8 years old, and my grandma was murdered in front of me. Yes. Terrible. So that's what I'm talking about. That's why I don't make my channel made for kids. Now, if it's something that a child can watch, I'll say so. But if not, it's really not meant for children. Crying because I'm so happy. Yes. Let me tell you something. You know, how proud you guys get to hear your name. Just to hear your name. Then you get the after effects with it. All right. Now, like me, I go over here to Mama's grave. You know, like I said, she's stuck in an Alzheimer's state, which is about the same thing as muscle memory. Every once in a while, we'll get her to say something. But that something sometimes can mean the world. And there's no need in taking nothing frightening about getting a response from a loved one. They're just plainly letting you know, hey, I'm here. And don't you dare forget it, kind of thing. Nothing scary, nothing to harm you or none of that. Now, they may pull a prank from time to time if they a little bit rambunctious. But, you know, like Miss Moss's husband, he wants to show himself to her, but he wants to wait till the right time to when she's not scared of it. And that just shows me just how much respect he's got for his family. Prayers, Tina. Yes. So sorry, Tina. Yes. Um, and so that's what I'm talking about. When it's cases like that come up, people say, "Hey, I want to know how they passed or this, that, the other." It can be very heartbreaking. Uh, yes, bless you, Tina. And just like uh, I forget what her sister's name was, but I did a session for her sister. She said she passed away in her sleep. Well, as soon as I started the session, I got where I couldn't breathe. I near about passed out in my daggone chair. It's on video. Come find out, her sister died of COPD, but she didn't tell that. She just said she passed in her sleep and didn't know why, but she did know why. And there you go. Hearts. Yes. Thank you. Prayer. I feel a lot of healing since our session. I'm so thankful I found you, JD. Bless you, love. Anytime. Any daggum time. This is why I'm on 3 depression pills. Hey, you ain't by yourself, love. Yeah, Gene's heart. As a matter of fact, after you've heard your name called, or any of you, if you have a paranormal experience, throw it in the comments under a video somewhere. No matter what video it pops up, I get it. And I'll comment back to you. I'd like to know your experiences. Um, it's all about learning. And that's why there's actually more women than there are men. I mean, 97% of my fan base is female. It's because that's why I say they're smarter men. They're willing to learn. My stepbrother shot himself in the house when I was 13. Dadgummit. Mm. Well, now that can push a little bit of negative energy because they's aggravated enough to do that. They're still aggravated in death. I woke up to chaos. That's right. Uh, However they are in life is however they are in death. Yes, prayers. Um, you know, even though somebody experiences negative energy, okay, it don't mean that it's demonic. It don't mean that it's a a demon, or anything like that. Um, it can just be somebody that wouldn't sit right in life, uh, aggravated, depression. All them things lead up to it. And when they commit suicide, they still hold on to that negative energy. And that negative energy is all they can push out. And that's why you may get like a scratch or slapped or whatever, pushed. You know, so when I found my other brother on the floor, it brought back all those feelings. Yes. Uh, I rewatched and commented JD Rocks. He is a blessing to us all. We all love you, JD and Miss Carla. Well, I love every one of you. Um, and I am proud to know that you guys are family to me. I mean, it really means the world. And here it is. We can get together in real time and get to hear you guys' loved ones. You know, it's just, it's mind blowing. I wouldn't know who wouldn't want to come to a show like this. I mean, and think about it. The new ones that jump on, look how quick it is before their names are mentioned. You know, minutes. Sometimes before they even come through, they sit in the back and watch. A lot of times their name is mentioned and then they come out. I mean, it's just, yes, prayers for Christy. I love you all. We love you too. enjoy your stories. Yes. The Rose and Him. Hello. Hey. Call us at the tail end, but hey, you can always rewatch. Uh, yes. So, it's just as good as it gets. Just as good as it gets. And another good thing is the ones that, like Mem Jean, good night, Mem Jean, and everybody, Roses, uh, when you have an experience, not only when you comment to me, other ones that have got to experience interactions as well, you know, can help you understand, hey, don't be frightened, just accept it, kind of thing, because they already know what you're going through. And that's how we grow here. Teddy and Miss Carla, let's all try to get together and pitch boards for New Year's. We're going to see about it. I feel blessed to find you all. Thank you, love. Paula Hearts. Um, and any of you. Like I said, if you want to speak, want to talk, whatever, hit us up. Uh, yes, I heard cat earlier. Uh, I heard uh, Summer say cat. But I know who she's talking about. Yes. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. And if all else goes good, I'll be live again tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I'm going to try to make a couple videos tomorrow. So there'll be some up. And I may do another recap on summer. So be on the lookout for that as well. Saying good night, family. Stay blessed. You love you all. Good night, Marion. Love you. Love it. Good night, all. Always. Yes. Good night.